No.
Those of you will be remaining here comfortable, and they won't be there to take the bullets. This is not arrogance that we speak in the diaspora of separation and whatever, and then the consequence of the ethnic, the things that we're doing in terms of creating ethnic enmity amongst our people. You're in the diaspora sitting enjoying yourself. Isn't that an arrogance in and of itself that's going to cause chaos and heartache over there, and you're not going to be there to feel the pinches when it happens?
Can I answer that question?
That's the
right. Okay.
Question.
Now, first thing first, the reason why we left our shores as Yorubas, as Igbos, was because of
everybody, or
I am speaking for myself and generally. Many of us have left the shores of our own nation because of the very failure of governance, which we now highlight. We see roads being built in the countries that we are in. We see schools being built. We see hospitals being built. We see bridges being built. We see light 24/7 in the places we build. So what is wrong with us wanting that for our own families back home? Because guess what? The families back home, they ask us for money for food, clothing, shoes, hospital, schools, everything. And what we are saying is that at some point, look, let me put it this way, Femi. Look, the average Nigerian is his own water provider, is his own security provider, is his own light provider, is his own food provider. I'm trying to, you ask me a question, I'm trying to answer you.
Okay.
I'm trying to answer you. Now, so see, when you put all of those things in that basket, the basket suddenly gets weighted heavily in favor of what we are saying, which is that the people who are providing this themselves, it is time they stand together in their own individual regions and go for their own governance. Because as it stands right now, there is nothing that can be said to support the status quo. The status quo has failed in every single category you care to bring forward, and you know that. And I know you like having a discussion, and it's great. But I'm being very, very serious here, and I know I know when we're talking about this.
I'm giving you leeway to vent.
But what I'm saying right here is, if we don't, at no point, we do not. People at home, they calls. You should see my phone. I have a phone. I have two phones. You see the phone here. This phone that is got my hand here. People call me night and day. The only time this phone is not on is when I switch it off. I'm getting calls 24 hours a day because they are having problems. They are being killed. They are being chased. They are being oppressed. They have no security. They have no light. They have no water. They have no healthcare. Nothing. And the government of no government, none of the governments from state, federal, and from local to state to federal is doing anything to address the concerns of the people. So of course, so there is no harm. Of course, when we now have Oduduwa Nation, a constitution will be drawn. As it stands now, that constitution, the people who are in government now, they are refusing to redraw the constitution, even though they know it's a flawed constitution. Right. And that's a problem. So what else are we supposed to do?
Good luck with the Oduduwa Republic constitution.
And it will come. And we will get Oduduwa Nation. We will get it. Oduduwa Nation is here to stay.
Let's get